What is she doing? I muttered when I saw Freya hurrying towards Clarissa, who was talking to this tall man that I recognized as a part of the Academy's football team.
Man who?
Damon beside me asked and looked at the direction I'm glaring at. Is that Clarissa? What is she doing there? I clenched my jaws as I watched how the man named Jerry introduced himself to my wife. He even held out a hand to her. Don't accept it, I mumbled, wishing that Freya would stop smiling at the guy. Fuck it, I can only say when she shook his hand. How can she do that when she knows that her husband is just around the campus? Didn't she see me approaching her? Didn't she sense me even when we're husband and wife already? They say our senses become more heightened towards each other after the wedding ceremony.
Dang that man.
I heard Damon growling beside me. Yeah, I know. Damn then man, I agreed while looking at how Freya was smiling at him. Stop smiling, he might fall for your charms. I screamed in my head. I should only be the one who has the pleasure to see her beautiful smile. When the man returned back to his team, I didn't waste any more time and went straight to Freya. I held her hand without saying a word and pulled her into my side.
What's wrong with you?
She asked, wanting to get her hand from my hold, but the hell I'm letting her. Come with me. I pulled her into the back of the field where an abandoned storage room is erected. I opened it and forcibly pinned her to the wall, just like what I did to her when she asked for a divorce. I sniffed her heavenly scent and felt a bit relaxed. Damn, I wanted to just bury my nose into her neck where my mark is and smelled her all day.
Gosh, Quentin, I'm asking what's wrong with you.
She said in a bit high tone, making me remember the scene I saw earlier that left a bad taste in my mouth. Are you flirting with that man? I forced out the words. I wanted to appear calm to her, but I must have come up too strong because of the scowl on her face. She looked confused.
What? What are you talking about? I'm flirting with whom?
That man there you're talking with, Jerry from the football team. Are you flirting with him? I asked again. Recalling how she smiled back at that fucking man and accepted his handshake is making my blood boil.
You know Jerry.
She asked instead of answering me to my annoyance. Really, Freya? You're more interested to know that I know him more than explaining why you're flirting with him, I said in disbelief. I can't believe this. She crossed her arms on her chest and frowned at me.
I need to explain what? That I'm talking to a man. Quentin, is it a crime to talk to a man now?
I brushed my hand over my hair. She's not getting it. That man looks at her with so much admiration that I wanted to pluck his balls out of his eyes. It's not wrong to talk to a man when he's your family, a relative, or just someone in general who doesn't look at you with so much lust. Freya's eyes widened in shock.
I can't believe you. Are you for real now? Are you trying to tell me that I should ask all the men I'm going to talk to if they lust for me? Are you out of your mind?
You know that's not what I mean. I was too defensive that I just didn't think of what to say. I held her shoulders together and met her eyes. Freya, you are my wife. I already marked you mine, I said, confronting her about her behavior. I'm feeling more than possessive over her as my marked wife. I don't think any husband will be happy to see his own marked wife happily mingling with a man who obviously likes and is smitten by her. She slapped my hands away and stepped back.
So what does that have to do now? We're only married by paper. We both know you still have your heart for your ex.
Is it about that again? It's always been Tyler. Gosh, when would this stop? This is not about her, okay? It's about that damn Jerry who you flirted with earlier. My temper shot right up to the sky, so I wasn't able to hold back my anger. Her face turned pink, but I also saw a small smile on the side of her lips. A smile? Why would she smile? Is she that happy to meet that fucking Jerry? I can also play football. I can even beat that man. I don't want you to talk to that man ever again. You understand me, Freya? She smirked and crossed her arms as if challenging me.
Well, too late for that, Quentin. Clarissa and I are promised to go on a date with Jerry if his team won their game.
I felt my head growing like a balloon being pumped in air onto. What? No, never. I won't allow that. I pinned her to the wall again, unaware that I've been grinding my body into her out of my frustration and anger. Freya, I'm not yet crazy to allow my wife to go on a date with another man. But she was not fazed. Something is telling me that she's even enjoying it.
I told you already, Quent. I've already given him my word that if they win the match.
As tensions rose, I found myself staring into her moving red lips, becoming overwhelmed with desire for Freya in an uncontrollable way. I wanted to erase that smile and replace it with a gasping breath as she moaned my name.